Welcome to Centennial Hall, room 2311. This is a rundown of how the audio-video technology works in this room. Our touch panel is here at the teacher's station. It's going to control just about everything we need. This is the startup page, and there's a button that says press here to begin. When I press it, it's going to give me the option of whether or not I want to use the projector. We'll go ahead and click yes. That powers the projector on, and it brings the screen down out of the ceiling for us. And that process of booting up takes just over a minute. So while that's occurring, we get a wait screen on our touch panel. We'll know we're ready to go when that screen goes away and our main screen comes up. And while that's happening, we'll go ahead and take a look at the lights. There are 5 lighting presets, and the buttons are on the right-hand side of the touch panel here. Lights all on, 2 lecture settings, one with the whiteboard and one without, a theater setting, and a lights all off setting. We can also control those lights from the panel that's over here on the wall. We have our 5 lighting presets that correspond with the ones that are on the touch panel there. And then we have a master on-off switch at both doors here in the room. Another thing we have is a wireless microphone. If I take the wireless microphone and I go to the top of the unit here, I can click it on. And then anything I say is going to be reinforced in the speakers in the room. If I need to turn that volume up or down, I can come to the touch panel, and you'll see that our main screen is on here now. We're all booted up, and there's an audio control button down here. When I hit that, I get some options, and on the left-hand side is our wireless microphone option. I can turn it up or down or mute it there. I'll hit back to get back to the main screen. And then when I'm done with the wireless microphone, I can go ahead and click it off, and that's important because even if you're not using the wireless microphone, the battery will completely drain if it's left on. Okay, now we can talk about the main screen on our touch panel here. At the top is our source select row, and all these different buttons are what we can send to the screen in the front of the room. So right now the PC is highlighted, which means the PC is going to be sent to the front of the class. A quick note on the PC in that you'll need to log into the computer when you come in, and you'll want to log off when you leave. And the way you're going to log on is your username will be the beginning of your UWL email address, and the password is going to be your UWL net ID, so you're going to want to use that to log into the system. The next buttons on our source select row are our laptop options. We have our laptop, which is a VGA connection, and our digital laptop, or an HDMI laptop. And those cables are all located in the cable cubby here. There's even a power supply down in there, so you don't have to rely on your battery. You can plug right in. I'll go ahead and hook my laptop up. I'm going to use the VGA cable and plug into the side of my computer there. Then I'll take the audio cable, and I'm going to plug that into the headphone jack on my laptop. And then I'm all set, ready to go. I can come over to the touch panel and hit the button labeled laptop so that my laptop gets sent to the front of the classroom. Now, if your laptop doesn't show up for you, it's probably just because you're not in the right mode. In order to change that mode, you can go into the control panel, where the shortcut would be to hold down the function key and press the F8 key. Then you get a little menu where it'll scroll through these options automatically. You'll want to choose the duplicate mode, so that whatever you have on your screen is going to show up on the screen as well. The next thing we have is our Blu-ray. When I hit that Blu-ray button, I'm going to get the controls for our Blu-ray player. Play and stop, and those types of buttons are on the left. Our navigation and our menu controls are on the right. There's a full screen video button, and when I hit that, I can preview what's happening. I can click back to get back to my main screen. The Blu-ray player is located underneath the desk here. Can use the front panel controls as well. Can also play regular DVDs and regular CDs. You don't have to have a Blu-ray disc in order to play it in the Blu-ray player. This is also a good time to mention the volume. We can control the volume using the wheel at the bottom of the touch panel here to turn the volume up and down. And that's going to turn up and down the volume of whatever source is selected. So right now, Blu-ray is selected, so we'll hear the Blu-ray on the speakers and we'll be able to turn it up and down. If we wanted to hear what was happening on the PC, we would have to select PC, and then we could use the volume to turn that up and down. The next thing we have on there is our document camera, and our document camera is located on the right side of the teacher station here. The power button's in the back. When I press the power button, the light blinks green. When that becomes a solid green, I'll know that it's ready to go. My advanced features are up here by the camera. I can zoom in and zoom out using the zoom wheel. I have auto and manual focus there. You'll want to keep that on autofocus unless you're doing something very active underneath. And once the document camera is powered up, I can come to my touch panel, press document camera, And then it takes just a few seconds for each of our sources to switch. It takes 3 or 4 seconds. And then anything you do under the camera is going to show up on the screen for you. The last button we'll mention on our source select row there is our auxiliary button. When I press the auxiliary button, I get a little sub-menu there that asks me if I want to use the S video or the composite video. Those connections are located right here in our cable cubby. They share the audio, so plug into those audio jacks. The composite video and the S video are right there. And what those would be used for is if you had your iPod or if you had a video camera or something that you brought from home, you could plug it in, choose the corresponding button, and then your device will show up on the screen for you. On the left-hand side of our touch panel, we have some options here. We can power off or on the projector if we need to without powering the system up and down. We have a video mute, which is going to send a black screen or just completely mute the video from the projector. And that would be a great thing to use in conjunction with our screen up and screen down button. You could put the screen up and mute the video so that the system would still be powered on, but you could use the whiteboard. And then when you're done, you could unmute the video and put the screen back down, and that way you wouldn't have to wait for the system to power down and then wait for it to power all the way back up. You could instantly be able to access that. There's a mute the microphones button, and this bottom button here is the help button. When I press that button, the names and telephone numbers of a couple members of the Academic Technology Services staff pop up. That's important numbers because if you ever have problems during a class, those are the numbers you're going to want to call. You can also call those numbers if you need anything, and somebody will be there to help you. I'm going to go ahead and click the OK button here. That gets me back to the main screen. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have a button that says System Off. When I hit the System Off button, it asks me if I'm sure I want to power down. When I hit that power down button, the projector is going to power off, which is very important, so we save the life of the projector bulb, and the screen's going to go up for us. And so the last thing I'll mention is please don't forget, if you ever need anything or ever have any questions at all, please contact Academic Technology Services, and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.